Alright, this is my first attempt at doing a voiceover on a video. I want to give you some progress. I did some video in the past about this coffee shop that was converted into a gentleman's club. I was looking at it for a while and came across an old LED display, I don't know what to call it, that changes colors. You can it has two settings, strictly blue, or you can turn it to where the LEDs change colors. So I had to take my Dremel to it, cut it out, and it was a large size. It was about 8.5 by 11. So I cut it out, rewired everything up, poked a hole through this diorama through the roof there, just under that green part, and ran it. So it basically, it changes colors. And I know no one's going to see it once I get the face on. You'll see here in a few moments. I took the side sign that was over there. I replaced where that's had a coffee shop. I put the outdoor seating area over there. Threw down some foliage, if you want to call it that. I totally replaced all the coffee shop signs with Dirty Diana's Gentleman's Club, which is a homage to my wife. Built a box on the back that holds the power supply for 3 AA batteries that the LED light sets on. It also has a secondary light. I think I've already showed you in a previous video. There's LED lights that are just white. You can see it up there. This is what it looks like with a face on it. These are all printed up decals that I stripped the old decals off using 91% rubbing alcohol and replaced it all with these silhouettes of dancers with signage. Overall, I'm not 100% happy with it, but I'm pretty daggone happy with it, It seems like the major issue I had was the drawing the water slide decals onto the front windows. It's just a little grainy, not as clear as I'd like, and I guess I would have done that differently, but live and learn. I'm looking forward to doing another one of these soon. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed my voiceover of the completed Gentleman's Club. It's a lot of work. I think I got that thing back in September, so I just wrapped it up. Pretty happy with it. When the snow hits here pretty soon, I plan on getting a bunch of the lighting kits from Evan Designs and start lighting up all the rest of my buildings that are on my track here in the basement. I actually have 2 tracks. I need to finish up the one in the back because I expanded it, so I need to lay down some more track, but yeah, hopefully I'll get that done over these winter months. We had our first snow the other day, I think I told you about. Really foggy in the mornings now, so it's definitely West Virginia weather. So here's a couple things I'm going to do today. I'm going to have to get some items into the paint soon, but first I want to finish up this Puryear. Keep forgetting this dang guy's name, but anyway, I dropped my logo down in here and finished up all the details. I did add the black to the rear spoiler, so I'm happy with that. So all that's left to do was I actually ran some paint marker down the center of the lines here. Let me get a point device. So we ran one here, one there, one here, one there. Had the Xfinity Burton. That's a dude's name. I can't remember his first name. And then add the little accoutrements to the back with the stripes, and then of course the black netting. So this is pretty cut and dry. One little trick I will advise if you've done the netting on the side. This is clear coated with Pledge. Little dog hair on my finger. Mama went shopping, so we're dealing with the puppy today. So what I was going to say prior to me going off on that tangent is lay your netting side down first, because it is painted, so you don't want to scratch that off because it's not very forgiving. So then what I'll do is just spread this out ever so slightly, drop my windscreen in. Doesn't take a lot to get it in. Check it for alignment. Okay, I'm liking it. Everything looks pretty good. Drop it here, grab you some little old trusty testers or your choice product. You could also use shoe glue. I just saw a piece of glue jump in there, so get that out. There it is hanging. I keep a little box over here next to me. It's a burn box. I burn all my paper products. Mindful of the no burn season. Oh, I start a forest fire, for God's sakes. So, a little dab on there. I cut that tab out pretty wide, so I'm going to be pretty generous with the glue. Set it aside, cap it back up. Waste not, want not. Check the alignment again, pop it, and just grab yourself a little measuring cup and stick it off to the side. Now, what else was I working on? What else? This is the, gosh, what was this guy's name? Something Smith. I can't remember his daggone name. Chandler Smith Xfinity car. Now, this is the one that was the disaster that ended up in the floor with the dog hair all over it, and I had to strip it 3 times. What I got going on right here, if you can see, the decal's a little high. So what I'll do is once I seal this with some pledge, I will use some microsol prior to sealing it, but then I'll slice it with my X-Acto knife. A little handy dandy trick, you can take an X-Acto knife or any knife for that matter and use the underside of any ceramic mug and you can sharpen it. And that's how I keep my X-Acto knives sharpened. So yeah, let's draw on some decals. Let's just draw on a few here and make this a little longer video today. Here's the headlights, and here's the front decal set. I tend to separate it. And once I lay this down, I may end up taking it off and then just doing this freehand. But it looks like it's gonna line up pretty good. And my puppy whining there in the background. He misses mommy. And then what I've done here is I've cut through these vents so it'll lay properly across the front. So what we've got over here was a mug I just showed you. We'll just drop that in the water a little bit. I like to let it soak maybe about 5 seconds. Helps it come off a little quicker. Drop that here. We'll do the hood decal. It's always exciting. Drop that. We'll drop the headlights in. And what the hell, I'm feeling adventurous today. Heartburn pills. I used to be able to eat anything. Let's go ahead and cut this. This is the side decal. What was that? Knocked something off. This is a side decal for the rear. Goes back here. Double checking my... Well, I'm a dumbass. What does the French say? Dumas. I cut the wrong one. The one that goes on the driver's side is the one that has the fuel tank. So let's go ahead and make sure we get the right one. This one goes on the other side. But I don't want to apply it willy-nilly because you have to line it up with the numbers and the decals, which I haven't applied to the passenger side yet. Be very mindful when you're cutting these white decals. It's so easy. That's why it helps to have one of these lights that you don't see, one of these LED lights with the magnifying glass on it, because you can really put it up here and get a look at where the white's at. So let's go ahead and drop that in there. We'll take the passenger side and set it over with the other decal sheet. So we don't lose it. I did make a little bit of progress on my swings. I do have a conundrum. These keep bowing for one. But ultimately, I've got to drop something that looks like 2 ropes down here and put a, you know, the bench part of the swing. And I'm trying to decide what I need to put in there. I'm thinking possibly take a small electrical cord apart, you know, something you might use for, shoot, some computer cables or something, and take one out and then just tap it in there somehow. I'm gonna have to get pretty creative with that, but I do have 2 of those completed. And then I still have to print out the template for the outline of the state of West Virginia. All right, let's see if we can get this the most difficult one first. I'm a guy that likes to knock out the hard stuff first, so we're gonna run this all the way down. I can tell you right now, it's probably not gonna be wide enough, so I'm probably gonna have to put some microsole on there and try to stretch these decals. If you don't know, microsole will help stretch a decal. There it is. So I'm gonna be a little quiet here for a moment. Slide this over. Hopefully you can see what's going on here. Let's zoom. See if I can adjust this up a little bit. There we go. It's a sexy time. Okay. So you see how much this is going to be off. Now if you don't get the bottom part of the front spoiler, the red, all the way down, don't sweat it too much. You can take a red paint marker, come right across that later. Sometimes it helps to hit it with a layer of white paint marker and then hit it with red, because the red, where the black tends to bleed through on the red. But also, I noticed on this decal sheet, I have extra things. Like I have 2 hood decals. So I'm wondering, because it didn't bleed through, I don't see any bleed through on the white. It's the same white, so I don't know why I got 2. Maybe that was a mishap, or that was just in case the designer thought it would bleed through. Who knows? Who knows? We'll drag this over here, trying to center it as best we can. And this is where you'll see that cutting into these 2 slats between the 2 vents is going to help. And this is going to take a lot of finessing. So generally what I'll do is just throw that puppy on there and leave it alone. Let's go ahead and throw this Mobil on the back. I started watching Ken Burns' American Revolution. I am on the 3rd episode. It's very well done, so I'd suggest it. Well, I can tell you right now, I got an issue. And I don't want to do this, but I might have to. Right here, you can see the way these cars are molded, you actually have a little indentation for the gas compartment. If I were to line it up like that, it's crooked. I don't like that, so I'm going to pull it off immediately, cut the gas off. But you have to be careful because you're right next to the trademark symbol. So what I'll use, and I'm not going to show you on camera because I'm doing it right now, is a pair of nail clippers to get in there. Only problem is, it gets in the back, and you have to fish it out of there. But hey, you do what you do. So I got it out, it just fell under the camera that you can't see. So, we'll put this on one finger. Put your finger, go back to your Mobil. Get that sucker up. It's starting to roll on me. There we go. Now we're back in business. These are just some little hints and tricks that I've learned over time. So let's go ahead and get that on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, I don't know if you've seen any, some of these auctions where some folks have bought my cars. I think Kelly Slut Car Sales on Facebook, Mark Johnson bought some of mine. I put a lot of time into making these as true to form and close to form as I can. I always keep a reference picture, which I'm looking at right now on a flat screen in front of me above my computer. And I want these things to look better than you can get in a store. I know Auto World puts out some pretty decent stuff, but I do see flaws with it. Like right there, it's kind of rough. I'm gonna fix that with Microsoft. And that's what happened. I just jerked it. I must have got some moisture on my tail light back here, so I'm gonna have to take that back to where it was. So now it's cattywampus. But we'll leave that for a second. Wet my finger and try to. There we go. Still cattywampus. My OCD's kicking in, kids. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and drill the Mobil 1. Zoom out a little bit if I can. Oh, zooming in, going the wrong way. Okay, here's the Mobil 1. Always exciting to put these on the front. And when I apply these, you'll notice I use a toothpick pretty often. And what I'll do is I keep a little piece of sandpaper next to me. And this one's got a little adhesive on it from wood glue, but I just kind of take the tip off of a fresh toothpick. And I've been using this same container of toothpicks, for goodness gracious, for well over a year. And I use it for all sorts of stuff. But like when you put the roof lines on the windshield, or not the roof lines, but the lines on the windshield, sometimes it'll blotch you over. I call it blotching. Let it dry. Then just take a toothpick like that, wet it, and then just slide up and down. It'll take the paint right off. And then you can clear coat it. You'll have a really nice straight line without any bleeding. That's another trick I've learned over time. So my big pisser on this right now, is you need to line up the M and the L left to right. And you want to line up the 1 as center as you can in that Toyota Supra emblem on the front. And actually this isn't too bad, maybe a little bit to the right. I'm gonna have to say I'm pretty daggone happy with that. Now I'm not gonna put the lights on yet, so I probably, you know what, I might try, because I'm thinking, no, I'm gonna have to separate these lights. I can tell right now I don't have enough space. So I'm just doing subtle adjustments. I don't even know if it's noticeable on the camera. I'm just doing some subtle adjustments. Where's my napkin? Always keep a little napkin around to try to, I got it sideways, to wick out some of the excess moisture, albeit your water or your microsol. And that's what we're going to do here, try to wick it out before we throw on microsol, so we can get these decals adhering, and then the microsol can get in there and work its magic. And even up here, which I haven't microsoled it yet, if you microsol it enough, the details like the hood flaps or the roof flaps that come up, you know, to keep the vehicles hopefully on the track when they have an accident, you can start to see will come through. You know, you can kind of see it right there in the glare. But the microsol, once you apply that, will soften these things and really make that detail come out, which to me is pretty exciting stuff. And it helps, you know, around these edges here, like where the, what is this, Pegasus, the Mobil Pegasus, the decals stick out a little bit. So I'll put some microsol here, down here on the bottom, and all around here to make this thing slap down and adhere really nice. So yeah, that's about where I'm at today. Like I said, I'm going to cut these out individually. I've got a feeling that I'm going to have to pop up this little 81 decal right here that's on the front. And whatever the hell that says over there, I'd have to put it under my magnifying glass. I'm going to have to pop that up and probably overlay them a little bit over these left and right headlights with the Toyota emblem in the middle above the Supra, but below the Mobil number 1 sign. So yeah, this is a pretty simple design actually. It's all fit pretty well. I've got another one of these. Let's see. What did I do with that one? Right here. So here's something I'm trying to figure out. I know this is the trunk lid. Okay. And this is the same size as that, so that goes on the other side. Now we've already got Mobil on the back, which I completed the back. So I'm wondering what in the hell is the extra for? Because there's 1, 2, 3. So where's that third one go? Don't know. It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle surrounded by an enigma. But the rest of the stuff's pretty cut and dry, versus having just a line, this little area here. This is what's going to go under here according to the image, which shows the jack man where to jack up the cars to change the tires. All the decals on the front fit. It's going to be odd putting on the Goodyear emblems. And the reason for that is this white extended a little more than it should in the picture. So I think the Goodyear is going to have to go just right above that, because that's the way it is in the picture. So it's going to be a little further away than I'm used to and I'm comfortable with. The one thing I noticed about this, oh, I do see it. The only thing it has on this pillar here is this weird little two thing here. And I don't know what these blue things are, because I don't see them anywhere on the car. So I'll have to look at some race photos from J-Ski's site. But yeah, that's it. It's 18 minutes, and I don't know. That's probably my longest video yet. Hope you enjoyed it. Today is, what is today? Yeah, November 19th. So yeah, we're next week, isn't it? Thanksgiving happens next week, yeah. And I'm actually taking off for a couple weeks from work because I got use or lose. So look for the videos to start picking up. I do have my eye on a couple little items I might be picking up. I'm kind of getting, like I said, I want to get in the mood for Evan Design. So if anybody's got any experience, by all means, reach out to me. Hell, I'm an old dog, but I'll learn some new tricks, and I'm really looking forward to doing that because I want to flip one switch and have everything light up. I think that's cool, and it appeals to the kid that's still in me. So let's wrap it up from the beautiful mountains of West by God, Virginia, in the heart of Appalachia. Go forth and try to do good things to each other, or for each other. We'll see you in the next video, folks. Take care.